Welcome back to Straight Shooters, episode 3. I know, y'all. We say this every time we have an episode. We know that y'all gonna kill us because we just put out this fire content and we just leave y'all wanting more. We know, but we are back. That's all that matters. Chanel here, Ashley here. We are ready. We have
What's
so much to talk
going
about.
on? Let's
What's
get
up?
Hey sis, we back. We back in studio. We are back in studio.
Perfect timing too.
Perfect timing. It's a hell of a lot going on.
Too much. But we're gonna try to get it in.
We're gonna try to get it in. We're gonna try to get it in a nice time frame for y'all.
Come on, speak it into existence.
We're gonna speak that into existence. We're gonna try to get into a good time frame for y'all, but it's been a lot going on. How was your week? Let's start there. How was your week?
Great. Week has been good. Sports has been crazy, so that means week has been crazy.
Yes.
Yeah, how about you?
Good. I've been enjoying sports. It's draft and NBA playoff pictures are starting to set up. We're gonna talk about that, but I'm excited. I got my first Pfizer shot. So first vaccine shot down, guys. It's by the strength of God, because I was scared as hell. Okay. I don't like needles. This was literally me just trusting God. So if you're nervous, you want to do it, trust God. He didn't got us this far, especially if you haven't contracted COVID. And even if you have contracted COVID and you got through it, he's kept you. So he keep you then, he keep you now. So
come on with the opening word. We're just giving all types. We're just giving all types of takes today.
This is a Jesus stand show. Okay.
Come on.
This is the Holy Ghost stand right here. Show. This is what we do. So
fact.
Yeah, let's get into it because it's a whole lot going on, sis.
Do you know what we got to start with? The bad man himself has been causing chaos all over sports. What's going on with Aaron Rodgers? First and foremost, like
context.
So much to digest.
Context.
Is he out of Green Bay? What do you think?
So context. Y'all know hey, look, Aaron Rodgers been wilding for real. He's been wilding. They drafted Jordan Love last year. He had a phenomenal year this year. Him and Matt LaFleur get back-to-back NFC championship appearances. And, come draft day, Aaron Rodgers, one not to be outdone, drops the bomb to some of the Packers individuals that he ain't even trying to come back to Green Bay. So this happened on draft day. Obviously the big talk. And to answer your question, does he stay in Green Bay? Did you ask me, did he stay in Green Bay?
Yeah, what do you think?
We had to throw this in there, y'all. This was not, for some reason, this was not an original shot. And we didn't forget, but it's just been so much going on. Y'all will see as the show go on, there's a lot to talk about. I don't think he's gonna stay in Green Bay. I think he's gonna move heaven and earth to make sure he does not stay in Green Bay. I don't know where he'll end up, but I can tell you where the hell he better not end up, and that better not be here in the nation's capital. Okay, y'all know I'm a Dallas fan, and I will just be sick, physically sick.
That'll be a dumb move. That'll be dumb.
I mean, they could use a quarterback though, but they would have to give up so much. I mean, they would have to give up so much.
I don't think he would be in a better situation though.
Well, I think maybe he'd be happier. He's not happy with the Packers, so I don't know where he's going to end up, but he better not end up on the Washington football.
That's where he better not end up. For me, watching this whole thing go down, and everybody has different opinions on how he's handling it. Me personally, I get it. I understand why he's frustrated, because you got to look at what the Packers have been doing since he's been their quarterback. I mean, all their first round draft picks that they have gotten has never been anyone from the offense until Jordan Love. You got to see how that looks for him, for someone who has been needing weapons. And the first time you guys want to pick someone on offense, it's my replacement. If I'm Aaron Rodgers, I'm upset too, because I've done a lot for this organization. I might not have done, I got you guys a ring. Like, let's not forget that. And I just feel like I understand where he's coming from now. Should he be doing what he's doing? Who's to say? I don't know. But I get his frustration. I would be frustrated too. And to see the coach just get on TV and he just looked like his girl about to leave him. Like he looks so sad. Like he's like, we're gonna do whatever it takes to keep Aaron Rodgers here. Well, I don't even want to think. He said, I don't even want to think about him not being here. And they're saying that this news story just came out about Aaron Rodgers in a group chat comparing the GM to Jerry Krause. That's where Aaron Rodgers lost me. Stop. Okay. Jerry Krause was trying to stop a dynasty. Okay. A 5-time at the time dynasty. That's not what Green Bay is, Aaron Rodgers. Let's not. Now, if it was Robert Kraft and, he was trying to get rid of Brady or something like that, I could see why Brady would say something like that. But come on, Aaron Rodgers. There's been times where you had a chance to take your team to the next level and you didn't get it done also. So I get where he's coming from. I see the disrespect that, Green Bay has done as far as drafting and getting rid of wide receivers that he said he liked. I understand that part, but I hope they come to an agreement. I don't think that he'll leave. I don't know if are we gonna see him play, because Aaron Rodgers is petty.
Yeah,
he will sit out.
But he's at 37. You do not sit out. In my opinion,
you can't afford to.
You can't afford to sit out. You just don't sit out. And yes, Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers, but I don't think he's foolish enough to sit out. I don't know, man, but he is petty. I am of the notion that the man is the one leaking all the information. All of this information we getting out of Green Bay, I think that Aaron is leaking it. That group chat and all that. Who's snitching? That's what I asked earlier on social media. Who's snitching? I think Aaron Rodgers is leaking that. I think he definitely wants out. Like he wants out.
Oh, he definitely does.
I can, like you said, I can sympathize with him. He's never, before the draft, there was mumbling out of Green Bay, even when McCarthy was there, that just he wasn't feeling Green Bay. He's never really been feeling, them, because they don't take care of him like he feel like they should. So he just better not end up in Washington.
I know. And speaking of Washington and where he's going to end up, I don't know where I would like to see him, but something that I saw that I like to flirt with the thought of the Cleveland Browns. I heard that and I was like,
okay.
Only if you don't give up. Because who do you give up? You said Baker, but
Baker. I mean, for me, it would be like it seemed like it would be like a swap. I mean,
no way Green Bay is going to do that. They need to get Baker. They need to get OBJ. They need to get Nick Chubb. They need to get.
Then you can count Cleveland out of it because they're not giving up all of that for.
That's what I'm saying, though.
And so Aaron Rodgers is not on the decline or anything like that, like playing wise. But he's older. He's older in age. But if he's anything like that GOAT Tom Brady,
here we go.
He'll probably be playing until he's 50.
Here we go.
That lined up for the GOAT. If he's anything like that, staying around that long, then maybe that is something Cleveland would look at. But I don't see why that wouldn't be a swap. What if
it can be a swap? To swap Aaron Rodgers with Baker Mayfield? Green Bay automatically got worse.
But it would be like a rebuild. I mean, do they think
Baker's not?
Jordan Love is better than Baker Mayfield?
I mean, but you don't have to give up. You didn't have to give up anything to get Jordan Love.
I mean, that's true.
Like I'm not giving up Aaron Rodgers for Baker Mayfield. Green Bay would be absolutely ridiculous. We'll see what Baker Mayfield does this.
I only see that in a sense because if Aaron Rodgers sits, then they have no other choice but to go Jordan Love. And if he decides to sit, then now we're talking about, we're just saying if Cleveland is
right.
Hypothetically speaking, if we're talking Cleveland, would you prefer to have Jordan Love going in there? Or would you prefer that just understand that he gonna sit, let's just swap, let's just trade, and we'll at least have a Baker Mayfield who we know the upside of Baker. We can see the upside of Baker.
Yeah, but we see the upside of Baker because Baker doesn't have a choice. He has too many offensive weapons for him to not play well. Like Green Bay, they can't offer him that. They got Devontae Adams, but I mean,
I don't know,
that's
y'all.
it.
Y'all tell us. Tell us on social media. Tell us on social media where y'all think that if he leave Green Bay, where he going? Because that's going to be good. That's going to be good.
Such a story.
Yeah, that's going to be good. So, we jump into the NBA. We're going to talk NFL draft later because Lord knows I'm going to have to hear this girl's mouth about her pick. And we're definitely going to talk a little bit about the Dallas pick and the moves that the Steelers and Dallas, but another obviously notable draft picks. But we hopping into the NBA because the NBA is where it's at right now. First of all, let me say one of the reasons why I love sports. I love sports because it's like a soap opera. Like it's so much drama. It's so much drama. We got to talk about your boy, your guy, LeBron James.
Why is he my guy?
LeBron James.
Well, he's not my guy.
Oh, you
didn't adopt him? He's okay.
Oh, okay. I thought
he's
that was
not
like
my guy. Like, no. You got me mixed up with Renee.
Shout out to Renee Washington. Yeah, because that's Renee's guy. Girl, she whatever.
We need to have her on. I need to talk to her about this.
Yeah. So, LeBron, I think in his second game back from injury, sitting at a presser. I believe that they lost that game. And LeBron, they talked about the Lakers slipping down to the play-in tourney seedings. And they asked LeBron about it. And LeBron flat out said didn't really mince words. He definitely said he's not a fan of it. And whoever created it should be fired. What's your thoughts on LeBron's comments and your personal thoughts on the play-in tourney? Are you a fan of it?
So I'm not really a fan of it just because I just don't. I was a fan of it last year because of the circumstances. And I said this on Twitter. Because of the circumstances, a play-in tournament was it was needed because there was some teams that didn't get in games and, it kind of made it easier. People haven't played in a while. So yeah, let's do a play-in tournament. And then it kind of made it a little bit more entertaining. We were just getting introduced to the bubble, no fans. So play-in tournament, that kind of sparks excitement for, the playoffs. I don't think that it's necessary every year when you have a full season. I think it's unfair to have a team that's 10 play a team that would be in it without, they would be in it without a play-in tournament, right? That's how it works. And one game, if it was series, I would get it. It would make it super long, so I would hate it too. But the fact that it's one game, off of one game, I can be out of the playoffs, or my season can end. I don't really agree with that because that's not the format of the playoffs. Like it makes sense when they do it for college basketball because college basketball is one and done. So yeah, they have a play-in tournament and then they start the actual March Madness. So I'm not a fan of it. I love it now because the Warriors might get to play in it and they get a chance. So you love it when it benefits you, but you hate it when your back is against the wall, which is LeBron James. But he's also said that I don't mind him saying what he's like. I don't mind him saying that he doesn't like it, and whoever invented it should be fired because he's had those sentiments since 2018 when they were just talking about a play-in tournament. The reason why, and this is annoying me on social media because people get on social media, they get information and they just go with it. Mm-hmm. The reason why he liked it last year is because, like I said, it was different circumstances. So yes, I want to see these teams play because, they deserve a shot. They didn't get as many games in. They've been playing great ball in the bubble. So yeah, like let's do a play-in tournament. But no, if I'm LeBron James, I don't like it either, especially because if I'm LeBron, my team might be in the playing game. So no, I don't like it. And I get it, LeBron. You shouldn't like it, but he didn't like it before when they talked about starting a play-in tournament before. So I don't get what the big fuss is about.
I love it. I love the play-in tourney. For me, it's extra basketball. And for me, I feel like this is gonna sound so bad, but whatever. This straight shooters, I'm shooting it from the hip. As a matter of fact, let me make sure I put that up there. Yes, there we go. Don't worry, I'm still getting acclimated with the studio setup. But there's a couple of reasons why I love it. A, we're getting extra basketball, and this is gonna sound bad, but I feel like those lower seeds anyway. Those lower seeds, and you know, you got some people. Oh, you play so many games a year. You work really hard to get that, you know, that 7th and 8th seed, and just to have to kind of play for it at the end of the year. Y'all get paid millions to do that. You get paid millions to do that. Go out there and ball some more. You have teams that suffer from injuries earlier on in the season and then get cooking at the last minute and can find themselves in those 9th and 10th spots. You know what I'm saying? That I feel like deserve a shot. The Warriors are one of those individuals. I mean, Steph been carrying the team on his back all season. He's definitely one of the choices for MVP for me. We'll talk about that later.
We already know.
Yeah, but and it kind of happened the same thing with Washington. The Wizards been on a tear because Russell Westbrook got healthy. He really wasn't, the squad in general just wasn't healthy at the beginning of the season. And so you have, again, I think nobody's for it until your team needs one of those spots to jump in it. And then you're not for it, and then you got a problem with it when your team might slip down to it. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? So it's a couple of different reasons why I love it. I feel like it ups the competition level. Like we really see who gonna ball. How bad do you really want those last 2 spots? It's an anti-tanking thing. You know what I'm saying? You can't just go through the whole season trying to tank, because guess what? You can still end up in the 10th seed, boo, and you ended up in the play-in tourney. So there's a couple of reasons why I like it. You already know me. Those that know me, I respect LeBron for what he do, but most of the time I don't care for the comments he makes. I don't have a problem with him saying he doesn't care for the tourney. I have a problem with him coming for people's heads, though. Don't be trying to check nobody's pockets. You have a problem. The person that invented it should be fired. Like when somebody,
he's being dramatic. He didn't really mean that.
He understands how influential the things that come out of his mouth is. I wouldn't be surprised that because of what he said and how he disagrees with it, that they probably will end up scratching the play-in tourney. It probably won't even be the case next year, because of what LeBron said. You know what I'm saying? His words are super influential. So you can't be calling for people's jobs, man, like, or calling for people's head. Like, that's somebody's livelihood. And he get upset when people talk about his bag. So don't be messing with somebody else's bag. You don't agree with it. There's plenty of people that do. And it is what it is. I love it. I love the fact that it is April, it's May, and the Wizards started off trash, and I have something to cheer for, even if it's just a play-in tourney. I have something to cheer for. So
I don't know. I feel like it's made a big deal because it's LeBron James. If Russell Westbrook said it, everybody would be like, "Oh, Russell Westbrook hates the play-in game," and it would be over.
Russell Westbrook is not the face of the league.
We gotta stop giving.
With great look, that comes great responsibility with great reward.
Why can't he say that? That's what he feels.
He can, but you gotta be cool with the clapbacks. You gotta be cool with people coming back and coming for your neck. Yeah, whatever.
I just feel like people are making it a bigger deal than what it is. It's because I agree. I don't think they should be fired, but I think
in the play-in tourney. Are you concerned about the Lakers? Are the Lakers gonna drop down to being in one of those play-in tourney spots? Are you nervous?
They might, but even if they do, I think their record is like, for what maybe a few days ago, who would have been in the play-in tournament, who they would have played. All those teams, I think the Lakers are like 7-2 against them. Like, I'm not worried about them being. They're not going to lose in that play-in tournament. Like that play-in game. I'm sorry, I keep calling it tournament. They're not going to lose. So I don't. And I'm not a Lakers fan. So I hope they do. I hope they do slide and they lose. I'm not a Lakers fan.
If they're healthy.
Yeah, if they're healthy, I still don't think that they'll be able, because LeBron and AD were out and they lost to the Nets. So And the Nets had KD and Kyrie. So
well, it's certainly gonna be interesting because if some way somehow they drop down to that 7th seed,
I hope they do.
I mean, you got right now the 7th through the 10th is Portland, Golden State, Memphis, and San Antonio. On any
given day,
I think Memphis
teams
could be the one. I don't think that Memphis has a chance against the Lakers. Everybody else on any given, because I'm never counting out Greg Popovich. I don't care that they're sitting at the 5th seed. I'm not counting out the Spurs. Certainly not Stephen Curry and the Warriors. And Portland, I don't know. I would hate. I'm mad at these teams because I would really hate to see Portland go home in like a play-in tourney. Mm-hmm. I would hate to see Steph go home in a play-in tourney, man. So yeah, man. That's what I'm. It's just getting so good. It's getting
crazy. All around, sports is crazy right now.
Yeah.
Speaking of NBA, let's keep it there. Who the heck are these New York Knicks? What is going on?
Stand up, Knicks Nation.
What is going on?
Like, are we talking about Knicks Nation? They clinching playoff spot, sis.
Wow, they're clinching with time to spare.
Okay,
they're at the end of the race. Like, when y'all gonna be done?
Listen, look, them Knicks, yo, I love it.
Julius Randle, man. Speaking of the Lakers, though, they gave up a lot of great players to be where they are right now. That's another conversation, but Brandon Ingram, Julius Randle, could have had De'Aaron Fox in the draft. Like, that's another conversation. But the Knicks, are they the real deal? I saw your tweet saying that they're the biggest threat. Is that what you said? Or top 3? What did you say? You said the Knicks are...
I don't think that the team wants to see them first round.
That's what you said.
Outside of the Nets, a fully healthy Nets, obviously, because we see what they doing.
Emphasis on that.
We see what they doing without James Harden. So they, it's crazy. We thought that the Nets didn't need all those pieces, and they do. That's what's crazy is they do, and I love that. I love that it played out like this. I love that it ain't just a straight up into it. They need every player, like legit.
Yeah.
Are they the real threat of the East? Are they a real threat in the East? Maybe the first round. I think the deeper we get into it, like, okay, so I'm just this person. If the playoffs were to start today, then they would be playing the Hornets. They'd beat the Hornets. I definitely think they can get to the second round. I don't think that they would get past the Bucks. They wouldn't get past the 76ers. They wouldn't get past a fully healthy Brooklyn squad. A fully doing what they're supposed to do. I don't think they would get past Miami. Boston is up in the air. I'm annoyed that Boston's in the air. I'm annoyed that I can't say for sure that Boston wouldn't beat them in a series. That pisses me off.
I think Boston would beat them. I can't say it confidently, but if I had to choose, I'm gonna choose Boston.
Yeah. So are they the real deal? Yeah, in the first round. If it was to start today, but when you start getting to them heavy hitters, the Miamis, the 76ers, Brooklyn.
Is Miami a heavy hitter still?
I think they will be in a come playoff time.
Ooh, okay.
I think they will be. We know Jimmy gonna turn into a dog. I think they'll be heavy hitters come playoffs. I think they'll have it figured out. By playoff time. So to an extent, a real threat, but I just feel like that sports and social media is just so much fun because the Knicks are winning. Like, folks are excited about the Knicks. They are in the 4th seed. They have in the season that the Wizards was supposed to be having.
Here, let it go. Okay. Your Wizards, they're doing a little something right now. Okay, let's be thankful. Let's be grateful. They're getting it together late.
We supposed to be sitting in the 4th seed. We're supposed to be sitting in the 4th seed. We're supposed to be sitting. But all right, I digress. Whatever. I digress, sis. I'm done. But no, not a real threat. Not compared to the other teams that I mentioned. No, they're not a real threat.
Yeah, I don't think that I don't want to. I think it depends on who's healthy. It depends which Sixers team we get. It's a lot of variables that decide if the Knicks are a real threat. Do I think that they're the real deal? Yes, I do, because they've been beating good teams. They've been beating bad teams, um, and you can just see how they play basketball. Julius Randle is not. He's nothing to play with. He's also in that MVP conversation if you know, if we're really talking about it. So I do think that they're the real deal. I don't know if I think that basketball right now is so shaky. Like these teams are so shaky. You don't know who you're gonna get. So I do think that they're a threat in the East, just because I don't know. Are we gonna get a Nets team without James Harden? Like, are we gonna get a 76ers team with Ben Simmons playing well and Joel Embiid, playing well? Are we going to get a Boston team where Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and Kemba Walker are playing the way they should be? It's just so many variables. So because the East is so shaky, I would say they are a threat, because at any given time, I feel like they can beat any of those teams if the Knicks are playing their best and they get those teams at their worst. But then again, it's a 7-game series.
Yes.
So, are we going to get a bad Sixers team 7 games in a row? No.
Exactly.
So
that's what I'm saying. That's my thing. And I mean, obviously for me, the biggest threat in the East when they are healthy is obviously the Nets.
Yes. When they are healthy.
And that's the biggest thing. When they're healthy, they are without a doubt the favorites to come out the East.
Yes.
They're the biggest threat in the East for me.
Yeah, me too. I mean,
but I'm
those injuries though.
I'm enjoying Knicks Nation though.
This is fun.
It's fun. I'm enjoying Knicks Nation
because we don't know who's coming out of the East. Like, this is crazy.
We know, sis. We know everybody stays healthy. We know who's
everybody stays healthy, but that was supposed to happen this year. Everyone's supposed to be healthy this year. James Harden was supposed to. I didn't expect James Harden to be the one that wasn't healthy.
Yeah, I didn't expect that either. I thought that would be more so on the lines of KD and Kyrie being
right.
Yeah,
right.
True.
And I was like, dang, they're gonna leave James Harden.
Yeah,
but we don't know.
I mean, he's clearly the MVP of the team. Like it is.
Yeah.
And it's so weird because they were literally like unbeatable when it was just him and Kyrie. It was so much so that was literally when I was doing the most of my trash talk. I'm like, yo, these two, and then you adding easy money sniper.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Are we really defense or not? They're not gonna need. And I say
they don't need to play defense.
Right now they don't. Right now they need defense because they ain't winning right now.
Yeah.
But when you put James Harden on the court, I don't care who you are. It got to be a heavy hitter from the West. I don't feel like it's going to be anybody in the East that's going to be able to stop them when they are fully there. I
don't think there's anybody anywhere.
Even in the West.
No. Not that's going to stop those 3.
Yeah.
7 times.
Well, you mean 4 times.
Well, 4 times, but in a 7-game series?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, Harden is clearly the MVP of the team in Brooklyn, but overall MVP, who do you have as your overall MVP pick right now? If you had a vote, we are media. So if you had a vote, who is your MVP right now?
Let me tell you. Let me talk to people.
I'm
gonna get a lot. I know we're gonna clip this one off because I'm gonna get a lot of hate. I'm gonna get a lot of I don't know what I'm talking about. This is crazy. If I had a vote,
you might get it from me.
I know I'm gonna get it from you. So, the most valuable player in the NBA is Steph Wardell Curry, and it's not even close.
It's close.
The most valuable. The MVP race is close. The MVP race is close, and he's not going to get it because people are crazy, and that's not how the NBA works. but in the seeding and where his team is and all that. These guys won 15 games last year without him. 15.
Facts.
To come back and they may be in the playoffs. I can't give it to I know we want to talk about the Joker. He's been playing out of his mind. I get it. I can't fathom if Steph is able to, it might not happen. If he's able, what are the Warriors sitting at right now? 10?
Well, girl, you know I got it at. They are at 9.
If Steph
they're
is
at 8.
able,
they are at 8. They're at 8.
If Steph is able, it might not happen. But if Steph is able to get them in a 6 or 7 seed, get the scoring title this year.
It ain't happening.
It's not impossible.
Nah,
it's not impossible.
In the 7th, Portland is in the 7th seed, so I don't know. I don't know how Portland would do, but I don't see them winning. Well, we got like 10 games left. I don't see them winning 4 games to get to the 6th seed, and the Lakers dropping the next 4. Like I don't see that.
It's possible, but I'm saying it is not impossible.
That's true.
If he's able to do that and he gets the scoring title this season, if they do not choose him as MVP, the league is a scam.
The league is a scam.
It's a scam. It is a scam. It's a scam.
Okay.
He should get MVP. He's the most, but you take him off the team and they are nothing. Okay.
Fair. That's fair. I'm not going to dog you out too bad with that because my Steph code. I think that already.
Be cold with it.
Be cold with it. But
I know who you're gonna pick. I'm laughing because I already know who you're gonna pick.
Well, since it can't be Paul George, damn it, that's who I chose at the beginning of the season. I'll eat crow later on. If I had my way, I would have co-MVP this year. Honestly,
there you go. I know you so well.
It would be co-MVP-ish, in my opinion. I said this when they traded for him. I said it when he was on the team. I knew that this would happen. Sitting atop the West, hell no. I didn't expect for them to, but I think I said that they would be sitting in the top 4 seeds. And that was saying something because the West is stacked, heavy hitters. And I think when I said this, Klay Thompson was expected to be playing this season. So we're talking, when I made this pick with them still being in 4th, we're talking about a fully loaded Warrior squad. We're talking about the Lakers. We're talking about the Clippers. We're talking about what the Nuggets can do. When I made this prediction, I knew they'd be balling out. Chris Paul, sis, we just cannot keep skipping over Chris Paul, Cliff Paul, whatever you want to call him, State Farm Paul, whatever you want to call him. There's no way, if I had my choice, it would be him and it would be Steph. Because you are correct. Without Steph, we're not even having a conversation about the Warriors. They're not even in our vernacular. So Steph, certainly. If Steph get it, I certainly wouldn't feel no kind of way. But I just knew. I knew because of the type of player Chris Paul is, because of what he got in Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton. I mean, they got ballers on it. Then they traded for Jay Crowder, or they ended up pulling Jay Crowder down there. I knew it. I knew they were going to sit at the top. Nah, I ain't know that. But yeah, man, Chris Paul is it. And that was not my pick a couple weeks ago. My pick was, I think I was picking Joel Embiid. Obviously the 76 have kind of, fell off since then, but he was having an MVP kind of season. Obviously back then LeBron was always going to be in the conversation. Right. I see what Jokic is doing. I do. I really do. I promise you I do. But I'm just looking at everything. I'm looking at the fact that it's not just the Suns, man, that every team Chris Paul get on this man. And I can't take former glories and try to make it this year's glories, But for Christ's sake, he took the freaking Oklahoma City Thunder to a 6 or 7 game series last year in the playoffs. Like whatever team he get on, they are amazing, and this is no different.
And not to mention, he might have a ring if he didn't get hurt.
That's what I'm saying.
That time they were playing the Warriors.
Exactly. I don't know if that would have happened, but I was a Warriors fan. I was such a Warriors fan.
No, I was too. I was so happy when I was like, "Oh, Chris Paul is not playing."
What they were doing. But he makes every team better. Easily top 3-point guard ever, in my opinion. The way he runs that position, and listen. A top 4 or 5 seed at this point without him, probably. Sitting in the top seed without him, that's just not happening. That wasn't happening this year. It has everything to do with Chris Paul. You can throw in Devin Booker. You can throw in DeAndre Ayton. You can throw in all these weapons because they have a squad. Absolutely, they have a squad. But I don't care what you say. They're not sitting at 1 without the likes of Chris Paul. So Chris Paul stuff would be co-MVP-ish. That would be my pick for now. Who knows? That might change.
I appreciate it. They also wouldn't be sitting at number 1 if there wasn't so many injuries in the West. But I get what you're saying. I'm going to give the Suns their credit because they're healthy and they're sitting at number 1.
They're healthy.
So I'm going to give them.
That's fair.
That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Let's switch gears. NFL draft.
We talking NFL draft. Cool. Let me change that. Bam. We're going to NFL draft. Yes.
Oh, what did you have?
I had Mello.
Oh, let's do Mello. I love Mello.
Yeah, because that's shot 4. Let's roll with shot 4. Yeah, Mello. Talk to him.
I can't even.
You love Mello.
I can't.
You are a Mello's girl. Yeah, that's my girl. We got to talk Mello. Go ahead. Do your thing.
I can't.
We have not appreciated Mello. According to Sis's Instagram and her social media, we have not appreciated Mello the way we should have. I wish I had some flowers. People are so disrespectful. It's amazing to think. It's crazy to think that there was talks about this man not being able to play anymore. There were talks about this man being washed. Mm-hmm. Oh, he can't be a role player. He's not a good teammate. He's not going to be on anybody's team. He's just going to retire. He doesn't deserve a farewell tour. Like, so many things people have said about Carmelo Anthony, and we forget, even without what's going on now, what he's doing now, he has done so much for the game of basketball, and we forget that because he never won a ring. He never won MVP, and he wasn't always in the best positions because to be quite honest, who's to say LeBron James would have won a ring if he wouldn't have went to Miami? Oh, he wouldn't have gotten that ring without Dwayne.
That's what I'm saying though. So we forget like the people that Melo were around and the coaches that he had. He has never been in a situation where, a winning situation. And we forget that. We think it's all Melo. He's just not good enough. He's just this. He's just a ball hog. He can't play defense, whatever. So to see him come back in the league, play on a team where I love Portland for him. I love it for him because I love Damian Lillard. Because Damian Lillard, he gives it to you straight. He's very, I'm gonna play ball, and what it is. I'm not going nowhere else. Like, I'm gonna play my game, and if I win, I win. If I don't, I will never be a sellout. And so I just like that energy that they have in Portland. I think that's why he's playing so well, because he has a team who understands what he's capable of, and he has a team that appreciates what he brings to that team and that organization. And for him to be in the top 10 scoring NBA ever, that is a big deal. Like, that's a huge deal. And I think that
Melo.
Yes, and I think that we take for granted some of these players, like LeBron James too. I think that because we're watching them now, and we're so spoiled with watching them now, we take for granted how great they are and what they've done for the game of basketball. And
Fair.
I'm just so happy that Melo proved everyone wrong, and he's doing what he's doing, and he's on a good team. Like, you know, Portland they're not a bad team. They're competing in the West. And I'm so happy for him. And I just hope that, you know, I don't know if he'll ever win a ring, but I'm glad that he was able to come back and do it his way.
Yeah, I'm super excited as well. And I'm really happy. Shout out to the Portland organization for even giving him a chance. You know, I'm pretty sure a lot of us said that back when they signed him. But Melo's a baller. And for those of us that watch basketball and know, he's a baller. That was never a doubt. But just I think everybody's reservation was him adapting to the game because he plays a lot of ISO. And to be honest, he's still playing the same way. I mean, he's still, you know what I'm saying? He playing, like you said, he's doing it, you know, his way. And like you said, that's such an incredible achievement for him to be 10th on the all-time scoring list. That is just really dope for him. We definitely couldn't let this show go by without acknowledging that, because
give my guy his flowers. First ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah. Hey, in the comments, drop the flower bouquet emoji. Drop the flower bouquet emoji for Melo. Drop the flower bouquet emoji in the
first ballot.
Yeah. Super happy for Melo. Super happy for Melo. So I just wanted you to get that off your chest, because I know you love some Carmelo, and we are super excited and happy for Melo here on Straight Shooters. I mean, ain't even nothing else to really talk about on that. So let's move on. We are switching gears this time. We finally gonna switch gears. NFL. The NFL draft took place last Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And as I mentioned earlier, you know, the day popped off with some drama up in Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers. But, you know, at the end of the day, it was a really exciting night. I was a little stressed out. Dallas was the 10th pick. They ended up being the 12th pick when it was all said and done. Obviously, Trevor Lawrence, you know, went to the Jags. Oh God, the second pick was the Jets. Who did the Jets pick?
Zach
Wilson. 49ers went quarterback as well. Who they go? Girl, I don't know. Trey Lance. Falcons went Kyle Pitts. So on and so forth. So those are the top four or whatever. Yeah. You don't think that Atlanta should have took Kyle Pitts?
I don't think that's the I don't know if that's the end. They already, and I said this during the draft. They have so many offensive weapons, and Matt Ryan still doesn't get it done. So now he just has another. You said what?
Kyle Pitts. He better get something done with Kyle Pitts.
If he can't get it done with Julio Jones, it's a lost cause.
Yeah. That's big facts.
You got Calvin Ridley. You got Julio Jones. Now you got Kyle Pitts. Now you got somebody else that you're not gonna get it done with. I'm not impressed at all.
Yeah. So you know, again, pretty big. You know, I did on my About Nothing But Sports show. I kind of did like a little, just kind of going based off of what some mock drafts I saw. And I didn't understand then why somebody like Devontae Smith wasn't in the top 10. You know, he ended up being in the top 10. Dallas was at 10. They ended up, so Dallas was trying to get Horn or Surtain, one of those cornerbacks. I never forgive Denver. I said this on social media. I never forgive Denver for taking Patrick Surtain, but we ended up getting Mekhi Parsons at 12, but we traded up. Well, we allowed the Eagles to trade up at 10, and they picked Devonta Smith, Heisman Trophy winner from Alabama, champion. Justin Fields ended up going to
Bears.
He dropped
too.
He dropped. I wasn't expecting that. I don't feel like Zach Wilson is better than
Yeah, it's all the hype. We see a video of him throwing.
Yeah. It was really crazy. So that was a surprise that to me. I mean, it was they were kind of projecting him to drop, but I was surprised that it actually happened.
Yeah.
He did actually drop. And so, as far as I'm concerned with Dallas, we needed defensive help. I think we pretty much went all defense this entire draft, which is something that was cool. Our offense is perfectly fine. We definitely need help on that defensive side. I see you, Dan Quinn. We cut a couple of folks, Antoine Woods. We didn't pick up Leighton Vander Esch's fifth-year option, so we really don't know his future. But I see Dan Quinn as our defensive coordinator, previously the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons. I see you, and I'm not mad at it. Whatever it takes to get this defense clicking the way the offense will click once Dak comes back, I'm all for it. So I was a little pissed off at them for trading up. I did not want Justin Fields or Devonta Smith anywhere near the NFC East. So I have a huge issue with them acquiring Devonta Smith. But, Jalen, I'm not gonna act like he's some spectacular ball thrower anyway. So he just gotta show me some stuff for me to be really worried about him throwing it to Devonta. So, but your Steelers.
Let's talk about it.
Oh, wait a minute. I do want to Mac Jones to the Patriots as well.
About
Jones to the Patriots. We'll see how that's going to turn out. I don't know if it's going to be like some type of quarterback battle between him and Cam. We'll see how that go. But your Steelers picked up arguably.
Let's talk about my new running back. Okay.
The best running back in the draft.
All-time rushing leader in Alabama. Okay, let's not forget. 2-time national champion. Okay. Let's okay. Y'all gonna learn these accolades of my running back.
Shout out to Sis Joy Taylor, because both of y'all was just in freaking on cloud 9 when that pick happened.
Because that never happens.
Okay.
The Steelers never do that. And I think they realized, we were dead last in rushing last year. We had to if he was available, we have to get him. So super happy about that. A lot of people weren't happy about our second pick with the tight end from Penn State. I don't hate it. We did need a center, and we did get a center later in the draft, but there were the upside of the tight ends there weren't many good tight ends in this draft. Right. There were more centers in the draft, and that's what we did. We went with, okay, we'll be able to get a guy that we want later on and still get a good tight end, because Eric Ebron is not going to get it done this year. Vance McDonald, he retired. So we needed that. And a lot of people are like, oh, you guys need an O-line, or you guys. At the end of the draft, we got everything that we needed to get. So, and we got the people we wanted to get. So I think they did an awesome job this draft. Of course, my favorite for us is, like we said, Najee Harris. He is just a good guy all around. Yeah. He's
sorry.
I'm going to be so obnoxious. I don't care if we are bad this year. If Najee Harris is good, I'm going to be so obnoxious. Like, we haven't had a good running back since Le'Veon Bell, and I will never forgive them for letting that man walk.
Yeah.
Never forgive them for that. Actually, I might forgive them. If Najee Harris is good, if he ends up being good, I'll forgive him for it.
The Le'Veon Bell thing happened, 3 years ago now? 3 years ago. So to be fair, I wouldn't have been surprised if y'all had still picked up a Najee, even if you still had Le'Veon, because at this point, that running back lifespan is super short. So y'all probably would have been shopping anyway for maybe.
I don't think we would have been as bad rushing wise.
To feel like y'all needed to address.
To feel like we need, because we're very like, what do we need? Do we need a running back? And that was the number one thing that we needed. And I think he's perfect for Pittsburgh. He fits Pittsburgh. He had a pizza party for a homeless shelter that him and his family used to live in, and just things like that. Like things like, yes, he's a great player, but off the field stuff is important as well.
Absolutely.
And that was super important. He is a good guy. He drove 9 hours for, I think, a pro day that he wasn't even a part of. He just wanted to support his teammates. So just little things like that make me excited for him, because Pittsburgh is that type of team. Like, we are a team first organization. We give back. A lot of players give back. So I think that he fits with us on the field, and most importantly, he fits with us off the field. So super happy. Cannot wait to see him in black and gold.
I can, because I'm having to deal with this all season. So
oh my goodness!
I really wait.
I gotta order my jersey.
I'm really excited for the AFC North. I'm really excited to see how this play out for the AFC North.
Every year, everybody's excited for the AFC.
No. But no, like the Bengals and the Browns are in the mix this time. You know what I'm saying?
Like, the Bengals are not, because they went and got a wide receiver when they can barely protect their quarterback. So I'm not worried about the Bengals.
Maybe they've taught their folks some new tricks. I don't know. But I'm excited. I am excited about this. Is the second year in a row that I've been excited about the AFC North. Like, I'm
Kings of the North.
Kings of the North. Oh yes. What you know about a Game of Thrones reference?
I don't even like Game of Thrones. So I'm just faking. So I'm capping on that.
Thrones?
No, I watched like 4 episodes and I said this is the worst show I've ever seen in my life.
Oh no! Oh hell no! Sis. Oh no!
Yeah,
Speech.
Sorry.
I don't think I've ever.
I will never try it again.
How didn't you like? What episodes did you watch? Did you watch the first 4?
I think I watched almost an entire season, actually.
What?
It wasn't for me.
I can't wait until they get some type of like party on HBO Max, so I can invite you to the virtual party and we're gonna sit and get it, because you'll love it. When I'm narrating, you'll absolutely love it. You'll absolutely love it. So yeah, we'll see. Oh my gosh, she had a nerve to make some type of Game of Thrones reference and don't even watch the joint. Oh, you tripping. Anyway, we moving on. We wrapping up. We tried to stay in a good,
but we did okay. We're not going to get over an hour.
Like, right. I feel like we staying in a good place. Shot 6, year 25. You can actually start this off. I talked about the NBA, the NFL recap of the draft. So year 25 for what, sis? What we celebrating?
You guys, those who know me know that I am a stand for women and women in sports.
That's right.
And the WNBA.
Love it. That's right.
Yes. So year 25, WNBA, they are doing it. I mean, from everywhere. I mean, the players that are now playing in the WNBA, the management, the supporters, just everything, media, everything is just progressing with the WNBA. And you love to see it. They're getting more people to watch it. It's more exciting. The players are, more personable, and you love the players within the teams. And I'm just so proud of what the WNBA is doing. I'm just so proud of the support that they're getting, and that people are actually supporting the WNBA to another level.
Yes.
And because they deserve it. Those women work so hard on and off the court for things that are happening in this world. They work so hard, and they deserve to be given their flowers for what they do and how hard they work. And it's just crazy to see how it started 25 years ago to what it is now. We got fire jerseys. I go into Dick's and all these sports stores and I see, Connecticut Sun and all these. And
it feels so good. My Mystics Rise jersey.
Yes.
11. It was dope. I have ordered it and I can't wait to rock it. It's on the way. So I'm geeked about that. I'm excited.
Yeah, and it's just been pre-order. I don't know. It's just been so exciting just to see everyone on Twitter talking about the WNBA. That never used to happen. Like even 2 years ago, no one was talking about the WNBA on Twitter and actually having these arguments. Yeah. And I just appreciate the supporters, the people who support it. So like I was telling you earlier, like Tarika,
shout out to Tarika. That's one of my mentors, man. I am so, Proud of her.
Give her her flowers. Give
Yes,
Christina her flower. There's so
ma'am.
many people who deserve flowers that are in these positions of power and have these big audiences, and they use it, and these big platforms, and they use it to shine light on the WNBA and the women in the WNBA, and they make sure that their stories are heard. So I just wanted to give flowers to the WNBA, to the supporters of the WNBA who are doing the groundwork,
Yeah.
and who are, people don't know how hard it is to get a game on WNBA, or hey, I want to do this for the W, because people don't really watch it, or people don't really usually care, but they're making people care.
Yeah.
And their work is so important. So I'm so excited for this season.
Not to be remiss here, but also shout out to the NBA players.
Yes.
For rocking merch, constantly talking about the WNBA. I said a couple of years ago that is, it's gonna take that if we're constantly looking at your product, and that's, you know what I'm saying, that's your sister product being the WNBA. Like, y'all, I need to see more merch. I need to see y'all talking about it more. I need y'all to put eyes there. And I think a few years ago, we were seeing, I know, and specifically, I remember seeing, Bradley Beal and John Wall going to the Mystics games and, showing their faces and being present. And I'm not saying that wasn't happening before then, because it probably was in, various cities, but, shout out to those guys as well, because they are definitely, making sure that the viewers are more aware that there is a women's league that plays amazing, fundamental, dope ass ball. It ain't just us. Like, it's not just men. Women do it too. So shout out to the NBA as well for that support too. So
and of course, shout out to
you gotta run that back. Mrs. about to run back.
They are. And you were talking about players. I just want to say this real quick. Shout out to Kobe, because he was one of the first to like really invest in women's basketball. So, because he was the first one I saw with the hoodie.
Orange, the orange hoodie.
And now, that's a thing. That's like everyone has an orange hoodie. So just so important for people to support it. May 14th. When the season kicks off. I cannot wait. These trades, we got Candace Parker in Chicago. It's just so much going on. And I cannot wait for year 25. It's going to be so special.
I am geeked. I'm really excited. This is a great show. I told y'all we had a whole lot going on. We talked a whole lot of stuff. And to be honest, we didn't even talk a whole lot of entertainment stuff, because it's so much going on sports wise, man. And so thank you guys so much for the support. Make sure bottom of the screen, as you guys see, make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're on Google, Anchor, Apple, Spotify. Wait for those Apple and Spotify links though, guys. I promise we'll make sure that we post those when we have those links available. But thank y'all for supporting. I see our little subscribers growing a little bit on YouTube, and I'm a mom. I work a full-time job, homegirl worker. She get up super early, so we literally try to bring as much consistent content to y'all as possible. We really, really do. But as we say every week, we gonna see y'all next week. We gonna try to see y'all next week.
We are going to see. We're gonna do it next week.
We promise. We will. We will. It's cool, because it's like we never left.
Right.
We never left. When we link, it's like we never left. So let everybody know where they can find you on social media.
You can find me on Twitter at @TheCocoChanel, and you can follow me on Instagram at Chanel Starling.
I'm in love with the Coco. I'm gonna just do that every time you drop your stuff. I'm gonna do it every time.
Y'all make sure you follow me.
Yes, y'all can follow me on social media, Ashley Baker _21, Ashley N1221 on Instagram, Ashley Baker on Facebook. I'm sports is about to get hectic.
We about to throw the WNBA in there too?
And then we about to throw it, because the season start. When does the season start for the WNBA?
The 14th.
The 4th.
So not next.
That's next Friday.
Yes.
That's next Friday.
It is.
Next Friday. All right. Let's get it. Let's
get y'all jerseys. Let's go.
Yes. So thank you guys again for tuning in to episode 3 of Straight Shooters. We are signing out. We're going to be here same time, same place next week. Bye.